All right, here we go. So I'm going to make this big. Today is December 23rd, 2025. I'm going to be reviewing the market. Yeah. I'm going to take these out. I'm going to be reviewing the market here. Oh no. Can't get copyrighted there. I'm going to be reviewing the market for today. I did not trade. And, that's on me. I should have got up to trade, but I had alarms set. I couldn't get to bed till like late last night, and then I couldn't wake up. Which is sad because, I don't have a lot to do every day. I should at least show up to trade, but you know what? We're going to review the market anyway and take a look at what happened. So, with that, let's jump right into things. So I'm going to make a new folder for today. You might be wondering why I'm doing it early. Honestly, I don't know. Normally I do this way later in the day, and I don't know why I'm doing it this early. I just have time to do it, and I don't feel like editing videos, so I'm going to be doing this now. So let's look at what we had happen yesterday. And actually, you know what? Just give me one more minute while I grab something else, and then I'll really get the stream starting in just a second. So, here we go. Should I turn this on or not? No. Okay. So, should we look at the high time frame first? Sure. So, get rid of this. So another kind of consolidation type of day. We ran the lows, we ran the highs, then we ran these lows again, then we went back up to the highs. I think a really obvious trade was, you can see we had a sweep of this high, and then this inverse to the downside. This also had a change in state. We could actually use this. I wonder if we could actually take this as a first strike. Like if I go to the 15-second, I wonder if that's going to be a first strike. Because once again, this is a first presented for value gap. Also, let's see if there was news today. There was. So today there was news at 8:30. Plans for Christmas? Yeah, I'm just here in Washington with my fam, with my grandparents, and yeah. Oh, it was news at 8:30. Oh, well, that's all the way over here. Okay, so yeah, I'm just hanging out with my fam. I think later tonight we're gonna have like some kind of party, Christmas party or something. I don't know, but that's part of why I'm doing this right now. The other reason is just I just feel like it. But normally once next week rolls around or the week after or whatever, once I get back into my routine, things will get back to normal. I'll do the backtesting streams when I'm supposed to. I'll do the live trading streams ideally every day, and I'll make the videos every day. At least that's my hope. Starting, once things go back to normal after Christmas. So, market recap. This was the 9:30 open wick. Do they know how to trade? No. Nah, I teach them though. I love teaching them. I kind of taught myself at least everything that I know. So yeah, this was a nice strong liquidity. You can see it was also the RTH gap as well. So just massive accumulation here. I'm also curious if there was SMT. There might have been. Yeah, just a massive bearish SMT with this high. Check that out, right? So bearish SMT. And there might have even been more bearish SMTs, but it doesn't really matter. And then we can take this first presented for value gap from all over here. And we might even come to the midpoint of this. That's something I want to look at. So first presented for value gap. Let's mark out this midpoint here. Yeah, so we deliver off of the midpoint of this first presented for value gap. And then we could go down to a 30-second or a 15-second. And wow, that's just beautiful. Check that out, right? So perfect delivery off of this 15-second change instead of delivery retest to go fill the RTH gap. And then go tap the market open wick. Beautiful. That's beautiful. I'm not even, that's genuinely so beautiful. So once again, RTH gap forms here to here. And then we have SMT. We can get rid of this now. We have SMT. Here's the RTH gap, which is also basically a liquidity void because this instant pump happened so fast. Beautiful. And then yeah, there was high time frame accumulation, manipulation, distribution, and then there's low time frame right here. So here's a 15-second change in state. Off of that first presented for value gap, we do perfectly tap the midpoint there. Once again, guys, the only reason I'm doing this so early is because it's just Christmas week. It's different than normal. Normally I wouldn't do it this early, but and I I do want to be trading live every day, but I couldn't wake up this morning. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I didn't wake up for it, and that's on me. That's totally on me. So we can measure this out like this, and we deliver right down to the market open wick. You could also use this one. I think this one's a little bit more realistic. So like this. Now let's project this out. Yeah. There's the market open wick. So that's beautiful. So we can enter on the retest of the change in state, just like that. You can see how that's also a 2022 model. This is about as textbook as it gets. I hope I would have caught this, but I don't know. Yeah, that's beautiful. And then you can see here's AMD, and on the high time frame was AMD. So beautiful. So let's go ahead and screenshot that. This is one way you could have taken this first strike off of the change in state retest right there. So let's go put this in. Very reasonable trade. You can also see that this was the macro as well. Actually, you know what? It's worth marking out. So you can see this was the macro as well. So right at 950. Worth pointing out. 950. And then I usually go from, I like to go from the entry to the draw on liquidity. So I'm going to just mark it out like this. So I know the macro ends at 10:10. You could have used that, but I mean, by the time we hit the draw on liquidity, the trade's over anyways. So it's not like it matters. You know what I mean? So there's that 950 10:10 macro. Boom. Okay, let's go ahead and screenshot this now. So this is 9:51. First strike. 1 minute aligned with the 15-second. Beautiful. During the macro as well. And then you can see as well, this is a 2022 model. On multiple time frames, you can see it probably occurs on the 5-second too. So here's a gap. Here's a gap. And there you go, OTE right there, 0.70. 0.705 tapped. Beautiful. So here's the 2022 model for those who don't see it, right? we have a liquidity sweep of this high, but also this high. Break of this low with this placement. Perfect. Exactly what we want to see. I mean, I think this one might be more obvious. So there's that break of the low, and then here's that fair value gap right there. Bang. So everything kind of fits together like a puzzle, you know? And then with the 2022 model, you can honestly have stop loss above the swing high. So in this case right here, which is kind of cool because you can get really high RR on these trades. So there we go. So just plop in a limit order right here, right at the gap. I think I saw someone take this on Twitter, which is so sick. Backtesting on the 1 minute and lower isn't always accurate. It's sometimes hard to catch to close the candle due to quick continuation, so you end up entering 1 to 3 candles where you entered. Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's reality. I mean, of trading low time frames, but that doesn't mean that it's not possible. You know, it just takes continuous practice on over and over. You know what I'm saying? It just takes practice. Like, I totally agree with you. Like, I have issues trying to catch these live, but you know what? That doesn't mean that it's not possible. It just means you just gotta keep going. But yeah, I would have stop loss above that high because it's just an obvious swing high, and then you can get better RR. You could have also entered at 0.705. So there we go. Beautiful trade. So like for all the people who say Christmas week's not good, it's like usually it's just because they're not looking at the right place. Because there's always good price action, or there's not always good price action, but it's not always good price action, but it's like there's always price action, and it always has the potential to be good. It's not 100 like just because it's Christmas week doesn't mean it's 100% chance no good price action. You know, it always has the potential to be good. That's why I try to show up every day. I messed up today, didn't show up, but whatever. I love targeting market open wicks. Okay. So 951, 2022 model on the 15 second. Beautiful. So yeah, and then also there's a million ways to take this same trade. Another way you could have taken this is just simply entering on this inversion. Like, I think we have a 2 minute inversion. It's probably most obvious on the 1 minute or the 30 second. Yeah, so maybe you take something like this but this is an inversion for value gap. We'll mark this out as well. And then like this. What up, Liba? How's it going, bro? We're locked in here. We are back testing. Normally I do the back testing streams later in the day, but today it's just Christmas week, so it's like, you know, it's different than normal. Different situation than normal. But normally once Christmas is over and we get back to the regular year, I'm going to hopefully get into a pretty good routine, honestly. That's my goal. And trade every day, backtest every day, do everything I'm supposed to do every day. Remember you? Remind me what from, because I might. Remember you told me I look like Walter Jr.? Oh, yeah. I do remember that. I have a question, man. Okay, sounds good. What's up? So there's that 1 minute inversion for value gap, 9:55. On 1 minute. Okay, let's see if there are any other trades down here. Let's also look at NDogs and all that kind of stuff. Let's get rid of everything here. See, look at this. Look at this. When I turn it off of B adjust, so this button down here, when I turn it off of B adjust, what the? See, look, when I turn it off of B adjust, I get the NDogs specifically that are only on NQ6. And these NDogs work. They work fine. So I'm curious, you know, this is interesting for my back testing. Like, if I want more NDogs to work with, I can turn it off of B adjust. Very interesting. You can. I had no idea that you could do that, really. But yeah, guys, if you ever want more NDogs to work with, because normally you always want to have this button on, B adjust, because what it's going to do is it's going to make everything mathematically continuous from the prior contract to the next contract. But if you want, you can turn this off, and it's only going to show you the NDogs for the most recent contract, and that's actually sometimes going to be helpful. And dude, I learn stuff new every single day. It's crazy. So basically we are both grinding and on our progress stage. So basically we both will be like, you know, that sort of understanding, because we both going through the same thing, but you might be better. All right, to the question. That doesn't sound like a question. That sounds like a statement, bro. I agree. Agreed. We are both grinding. We're in that stage, bro. We're both grinding. I like it. I like it. I think we're in agreement. So yeah, we can use this NQ6 end dog, if I'm on my high time frame right order block or something like, but how can we identify that it's a valid OB? You can identify it based off of, there's a few different ways to determine if it's a valid OB. It kind of just determines, it's based off of, it's based off the drawn liquidity, it's based off the signature of the OB. There's so many different factors that go into it. It takes so much screen time. If an OB has a liquidity sweep, it's a pretty nice OB. It doesn't have to have a liquidity sweep. Order block doesn't have to, but it's only under specific conditions where those kind of order blocks will work. Like for instance, this order block right here doesn't necessarily sweep out this low, right? But it still holds. Same with this order block right here, right? This order block, I guess this order block does sweep out this low, but it doesn't sweep out this low, but it still works. So order blocks, it's very, like this one, this order block, it does sweep out this high. And it delivers price lower. It's just based off of context and the drawn liquidity, and it takes a ton of screen time to really understand that. Order blocks, like I said, they can have liquidity sweeps or not. Like this one has a liquidity sweep, I guess, of these lows here, these equal lows. This one, like over here, not necessarily, but these are holding, right? So it's just it takes screen time to really understand, but just keep back testing, bro, and just never stop. Never stop. I gotta charge my laptop. Shoot. So yeah, it's based off of context and the drawn liquidity, and it takes a lot of screen time to really understand that. Where's my charger, dude? Oh, it's already plugged in. Down here. Alright, so we can take this NDOG specifically associated with NQH6, and now watch this. I can turn it on there. Now we have a new NDOG to work with that's only on NQH6, but it still works on the NQ continuous version. Crazy. Crazy the stuff you learn from just back testing. So look at that. NQH6 NDOG. Maybe we call these like maybe we rename it so we don't have to say NQH6 NDOG. Maybe we say like local NDOG or something. Contract local NDOG. No, so if it will continue a liquidity run or rejection from it or a liquidity sweep, but I'm talking about high time frame PD raise. Like if price hit high time frame POI in the 5 minute or 1 minute, we'll look for a market structure shift CISD, but it also like I said, it's just based off of context, bro. I think you just got to keep back testing, man. For me, every answer that a question I have about the market, it'll be answered in the charts for yourself. So just go into the charts and look. And that's how I learned a lot of the stuff I learned, is just go into the charts and look. Like, why do they fail? Yeah, so like, once again, go into the charts and look at the market and figure out for yourself why they fail, and that's going to give you the best answer. Because I could say words to you, like I could say, oh, it's because of XYZ reason, but the chart's going to give you the best reason. So that's my advice, is go into the charts and you'll find stuff that you didn't realize before. So yeah, look at this. We have S&T with this low on YM. High time frame is how we can identify about high time frame. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm on the same page as you. All right, I don't even know, bro, but I think what you're saying is I think we're somewhat on the same page. Why don't you trade gold? What is up with everyone wanting me to trade gold? I just have no. I mean, I could trade gold. I just don't. So look at this. We have SMT with that low. SMT with that low. Phoenix entry. Wow, this is so sick. So check this out, right? We have a rejection block here. I could trade gold if I want to. I prefer trading Nasdaq. There's nothing stopping me from trading gold. So beautiful. Look at that. Any prop firm, personal account? Yeah, basically I'm just saving up for a personal and trading on sim in the meantime. Because I'm sick of prop firms. Yes. Beautiful rejection block trade right there. Off of that NQ6 NDOG. So once again, rejection blocks off of NDOGs. Something about them. I think we should include rejection blocks off of NDOGs as a hand of FA trade. So I nicknamed anything off of an end, like any entry off of an NDOG is like a hand of FA trade. I think we should include rejection blocks. I think I'm gonna do that. I just decided now. Whoops. I gotta go sleep. It's 1:30 a.m. in my country. Sounds good, bro. Catch up later. Join my streams anytime. You're always welcome here, bro. Much love. See you later. Yeah, see you tomorrow. I'll be live trading. At least I should be. If I'm not, that's... Yeah, I better be. Okay, see you, bro. And then, yeah, we drop back to this high, which is so cool. RTH gets filled here. Okay, let's turn this off. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Let's take this up. Let's take this up 7 projections. So there's 7. That's beautiful. Jake, market's still open. Why aren't you trying to find trades? That's a great question, bro. I could just be live trading right now, but from what I've seen, what I'm looking at right now, market's low key kind of cheeks right now. This is not as good a price action right now. Not saying you can't find trades. It's just it's not worth it for me. I go off of price action, how it's moving in the moment, and this is just not, like, I don't know. You can trade it. There's nothing wrong. If you're able to see trades within here, that's great. That is totally fine, and you should take trades. It's all up to your own personal back testing and what you've done. But for me, like, I don't know. I don't think it's that. Nothing's that obvious, so I'm not doing anything. But then again, I could, maybe. I don't know. Right now, I'm enjoying back testing right now. That's honestly the real reason, and I need a back test today anyway. So, because you can say the same thing about whenever I back test later in the evening. It's like, why aren't you trading in the evening? Well, it's because it's Asia session. It's like similarly, this is just like, I don't know, not as fluid and ideal for trades for me. I mean, maybe if you go down to like the 5-second or something, but I don't know. That's just it's definitely like a personal preference type of thing. Like, I don't know. This is not as my conditions that I would like to trade in. So that's why. Because it's just slower. Did I save this yet? So this is a Phoenix entry at 10:11 on the 1 minute. Wait, is this on the 1 minute or the 15-second? It's on the 1 minute. And then beautifully, we can also have waited for the inversion off of this. This inversion for value gap off of this is just absolutely beautiful. Sweeping out this low here. And then when right on that entry at 10:15, you enter, and you can target that high. So I'm honestly wondering about projecting out inversion for value gaps from the entry. I kind of like this idea. Project out an inversion for value gap from the entry to where you put your stop loss. And 4 projections of that. I like that a lot, actually. So yeah, we get that IFG off of that rejection block with stacked SMTs. Deliver up from there. Bang. Up a stop loss like that. Bang. So there's that 1 minute inversion for value gap at 1016. IFG. 1 minute. And then as well, I forgot, we should also mark this out as a hand of FA trade because, I don't know. I'm marking out anything as entry off an end dog as hand of FA. Yeah, look at how these end dogs on NQ6, look at how they get used there. It's pretty cool. And then there's the new week opening gap. Beautiful rejection of that new week opening gap. Wow. So, and then we can also show how this was, so we got the Phoenix entry, and then we can mark out equilibrium of this. Whew! That's perfect. I'm pretty sure that's actually perfect. Is that the exact bottom? Yeah, wow. That's how you know. That's how you know that these markets are algorithmic, because what does that mean, guys? If this is the exact low, what does that mean? That means that limit order is replaced here, so much so that not enough could be filled before price started to move. What does that mean? That means there's smart money controlling the market. Period. End of story. Period. And yes, we don't come to equilibrium, but I would have put my entry a little above the equilibrium anyways, most likely. So it doesn't really matter. So right from that rejection block to the 2022 entry, which induces this low. Beautiful.
Okay, yeah. So I'll take a bowl, and I'll do brown rice, steak, actually sorry, chicken,
Just beautiful.
and vegetables, lettuce, pico. Oh dang, I should remember that. Yeah, we go on to Jen's photo shoot. Oh, okay, perfect, yeah. And that should do it, man. That's in the side of the gym. Yeah, we guacamole with the side of tortilla.
That might have been its own end dog on NQH6.
Oh yeah. Is that flip?
No, but it might have been an event horizon.
Pinto beans.
It was. That's cool. That's cool. I will admit that's pretty cool. Alright. Alright, so then bang. Wow, that's nice. So this is just the I forget what I call it. The what do I usually call it? So when I do an entry pyramid off of the Phoenix entry and then the 2022 entry, I call it the let's see. D Joser stack. So this would be $10R plus $5R, so $15R. And then we have a pin bar down there, which is just absolutely beautiful. That is its own hand of FA trade right there. Pin bar off the end dog. I want to record that as well. So, 10-11, D Joser stack. 1 minute. Wait, this is so cool. Hold up. So you could have taken this pin bar on the close here. I kind of... This is sick. Okay. Take this pin bar on the close, which is actually a precision swing point. Ooh, now this is getting good. So this pin bar on the close is a precision swing point. That's fire. That's fire. So this is entering on the close of the pin bar. Here, let's make a little note here as well, real quick, that the pin bar is also a PSP. Meaning, what does PSP mean? For those who don't know, PSP, Precision Swing Point, is basically, so it's a pin bar on NASDAQ that's green and a pin bar on S&P that's red. It's like an additional confirmation that like a pin bar is a reversal. When one asset has a green one and one asset has a red one. So it's the divergence in red and green pin bars on the two assets. Beautiful. Okay, what other trades were there? So many different trades. It's crazy within this just one little segment. Looks like we actually did come down and revisit this NWOG, filling it more. Bang, caught the longs this morning. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, bro. We love to hear it. So why is this not showing up as a new week opening gap here? Oh, only show gaps less than this many points. Oh. So, okay, new week opening gap. Look at that. We go to, I think, the third quadrant of that new week opening gap. So this right here is my shadow model. Remember when I say take a changing state off of the NWOG? So like this. Shadow model off the NWOG. And do we have a SMT at the low? We do. We have SMT. We have stacked SMTs. We have SMT with ES. And then another SMT with ES. The 2026 model on top. The 2026 model? It ain't even 2026 yet. Bro. That's fire. Is there a 2026 model? Is that a thing? You already make it? So let's project this out. So this is my shadow model. So if you don't know what this is, basically I look for change of state of delivery off of a new week opening gap or a new day opening gap. Yesterday I used the Venom model. Dude, sick. I need to understand the Venom model a little better. I'm pretty sure it's just a BPR though. Let's actually just measure out the red candle specifically. Yep. As always, bro, 7 projections without fail. 7 projections. 7. We always go 7. We always go 7 projections. Dude, I don't know what is up with 7 projections, but the market makers love 7, not 8. I don't know why. I don't know what is up with that, but okay. 7 projections. That's what the market makers like. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I like. Market makers like 7 projections. I like 7 projections. So bang. Stop loss down here. I've taken a trade like this once. It was so sick. I took it on the leap. Yeah, up 7 projections. Bang. Look at that volume balance, too. Spicy little guy there. Little tiny little volume balance there. That... Look at the sensitivity on that volume balance. Just insane. And people think that's random. Just insane, bro. How could that be random? This is... Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, what is the 2026 model, Shaney? So, shadow model, 10 o'clock. Shadow model. New week opening gap aligned with the 1 minute. Okay, saving that. What's cool is there's another one at the high. We should look at that real quick. Hang on. The ramen noodle strat. Yeah, you still haven't taught me the ramen noodle strat, Shaney. I want to know. I want to know what it is. Look at this, though. We had a really precise new week opening gap projection on so it's an NQH6 new week opening gap, so it's not the... I might just need to make a new name for it. Once again, I just gotta make names for stuff I describe in the markets that I don't have a name for. So like a local new week opening gap, because it's only on NQH6, it's not on the NQ continuous. So I might just need to make a new name for it, because yeah. A PDF for it? Sick, bro. That's awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, so let me show you what I mean, guys. In case anyone who's watching this wants to know what I mean, I'll show you guys what I mean. So, okay, so first, let's open up a new thing here. So, if I go to NQH6, or H2026, that is the current contract we are on right now, right? If I go to NQH 2026, so the NQ1 exclamation mark switches out contracts every 3 months. So the one we're on now expires in March, but the one that just happened expired in December, and it's going to do that every single 3 months. And so what happens is we'll have new week opening gaps that are on NQH6, right? So here we are on NQH6. This is the one expiring in March of 2026. And you can see there's a new week opening gap here that is on NQH6. And we do respect that, and we go lower. However, when I go to NQ1 exclamation mark, which is the continuous version, and I have it mathematically adjusted as it's supposed to be, which is by clicking that B button, by clicking this B adjust button, right? When I click this B adjust button, you can see that new week opening gap is no longer there. And Well, that's an issue if I want to be able to use that. So, what does that mean? I need to make a name for these new week opening gaps that are only existent on the contract and not the continuous version. I need a name for it. I think I'm just going to call them local NWOGs. I think that's what I'm going to call them because I need a name for them. I think I'll just call them local NWOGs because I literally don't know what else to call them. No one's ever taught me. No one taught me any of this stuff. So yeah, I think I'll just call it a local NWOG. So there we go. I could also call it an NQH6 NWOG, but that's kind of a mouthful. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Yeah, we can go like this. Well, we could call it both. We could call it a local NQH6 NWOG, like this. Bang. But yeah, you can see that is the name for it. NQH 2026. So if I go to the current contract, it's gonna say NQH 2026. Yeah, I'm gonna call them local NWOGs, but when I write them out, I'm gonna put the exact contract. Bang. And then, yeah, 15-second change in state. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. In every way, this is just absolute beautiful. Precision price action right here. So this is my shadow model, where you take a new week opening gap and you look for a change in state off of it. But you can even take the upper one, which is also valid. Let's just say that we took the upper one just for fun. This is so sick. And then we can project this out. Let's take it 7 projections. Bang. Or we could take it down into the market open wick actually. Let's do that. Crazy the stuff you'll learn from just going on little side quests. That's insane. That is so nice. Wow. Oh my gosh. I love trading, bro. How many people understand that there's difference between NWOGs on the continuous contract versus NWOGs on the uh, um, the contract that expires at a specific day? No one knows that. No, most people don't even know what no one knows what an NWOG is. No one even knows what Nasdaq is, bro. And out here, we're talking about contract specific new week opening gaps. Bro, what percent of people know what a contract specific new week opening gap is? So local new week opening gap. Here, I'm just gonna make a little note of this. What day is that? This was today. This was today. So this is only going to show up when you look at NQH6 or when you take when you turn the back adjust button off on NQ1 exclamation mark. And contract specific NWOGs. Crazy. So yeah, this is my shadow model where you basically take a change of state off of a new week opening gap. So this is 9.5R. Absolutely insane. If you took it like that, I'd probably take the lower change in state or the 2022 entry. Shadow model, NWOG aligned with the 15-second. That's sick. You literally learn so much from just showing up and back testing every day. I kind of have to use the bathroom, guys, but I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. Crazy, bro. So, okay, what else did we even look at today? We looked at this, we looked at this. Maybe I'll just be done for now. Yeah, I might just be done for now. I might do another backtesting stream later tonight, though. But for now, I'm going to be done. So, I appreciate whoever's been watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, I might do another one later, but right now I'm just going to chill. So, yeah, appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys.